our younger riders, we ask that the adults with them place themselves on the outside of the road. If that's not practical, please hold them or have them easily in your reach. Remain seated till we come to a complete stop. Keep arms late and head inside. No eating, please, and no smoking. Thank you.
But number 7 it almost derailed, so they lowered the speed to 50. They're going back to they've gone up. They could probably do it. I think it's funny.
Well, except on the village, take approximately 30 minutes to have 2 additional stops. Please sit back to last and enjoy the ride. Greenfield Village is divided into historic districts. The Henry Ford Model T district is first on the left. Where you enjoy riding on an authentic Model T in the interior of the village. This is Henry Ford's birthplace. It's the white farmhouse built in 1861. He was born there in 1863. He moved to here in 1944 from 3¼ miles away, which is down the corner of Ford Road in Greenfield.
Everything's broke. Oh, they're moving.
Main Street District is where the Wright Brothers Home and Cycle Shops are. They're authentic buildings coming to us from Dayton, Ohio. Built in the 1870s. We'll learn about the beginning of aviation there. Visit Mrs. Collins' millinery shop in downtown Detroit, built about 1860. Next to her is the H.J. Heinz building, built in 1835 in Sharpsburg, Pennsylvania. And behind the Polk Motor Company to the left is the loading dock for the Model T ride. Edison Networks is the next historic district. Thomas Edison is credited with 1,093 U.S. patents. Many more from England, France, and Germany. On the village green is the Logan County Courthouse where Abraham Lincoln practiced law, built in 1840 in Lincoln, Illinois. The gray building is the Menlo Park restructured building. And beyond Menlo Park, you'll see the future site of the Jackson House from Selma, Alabama. Greenfield Village's newest addition. The Jackson's family home was a haven and strategic planning place for Dr. Martin Luther King and many of his colleagues during the civil rights protest of 1965 in Selma. The gold building is Sarah Jordan's boarding house. Many of the men who worked for Edison lived there. It's one of the first buildings in the United States. Irish order it's Sarah Jordan on the corner from him, Luther Burbank for John. The only building on the west coast of the United States, built in 1906 in Santa Rosa, California. In 1832, actually, Tucker Bridge comes to us from Southwest Pennsylvania. This is the entrance road into Fortress and Pilots District. Here you can visit historic homes such as Noah Webster's 1823 home in New Haven, Connecticut. The Cotswold Cottage, built in 1619 in Chancellor County, England. Let me stop and directly here to control. Back around It is safe now to exit on the left. Young boys and girls, welcome back to the village. For the safety of our younger runners, we ask that the adults then place themselves on the outside of the road. That's not practical. It's no longer have to easily within reach. Remain seated when we come to the complete stop. Keep our legs and head inside the car. No eating, no smoking. Thank you. So we're on our way down to the Smith Creek Depot Farm Market. The white building here is the Susquehanna Plantation. It comes to us from St. Mary's County, Maryland, on the Protection Road. 1,100 acres of tobacco and wheat. The rust-colored building is the oldest American-made building in the village, dating to early 1600s. A Plimpton Plimpton raised 7 children in that one building in South Sudbury, Mass. Please sit down, sir. The windmill is a Ferris windmill, considered the oldest in the United States, built in 1640 on Cape Cod. It was a gift to Henry Ford by his National Dealer Association in 1936. The dark gray building next to us, the Daggett Farmhouse, dating to 1754 from Hanover, Connecticut. The horses are percheron draft horses, those gentle giants that do a lot of work at Greenfield Village, pulling the carts and wagons and working the farm. They get their legs off the hard surfaces of Greenfield Village, back out onto terra firma for 4 days in a row, relaxing before they're put back into service throughout the village. The historic locomotive pulling us today is the number 3 Torch Lake. It is the oldest steam locomotive operating in the United States, 151 years old this year, built in 1873. It originally worked the copper mines of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, donated to us about 1968. It's the last of its kind. The 8-foot serpentine wall on the right side was built in 1953, separating Greenfield Village from the 4 test tracks where cars and trucks are tested before production. The area we're going to now is a wetland and wildlife preserve. There are some white-tailed deer, fox, and coyote back here. There is birds such as blue herons, white-eared, red-tailed hawks, and turkeys. The Henry Ford is a non-profit independent educational institution not affiliated with the Ford Motor Company or the Ford Foundation. We're supported by our donors, our members, and our guests. field here is Walnut Road. It's an activities field. Throughout our season, we do many things in the park out here. Such as Motor Muster takes place out here, at least a portion of it. Old Car Festival. And then during the summertime, every Saturday and Sunday, it's historic baseball. Using 1867 baseball rules, or baseball gloves are optional, not preferred. The buildings up on the hill are the backside of some of the porches and parlors district, the red brick building, and Noah Webster's building. The large complex we're approaching is the Henry Ford Academy, a charter high school, over 525 students attend. They're selected through a lottery system from Wayne County. Graduation rate exceeded 95%. The curriculum focus is on science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. The 10th, 11th, and 12th graders have classrooms here in the village. The 9th graders are in the indoor. When Henry Ford opened Greenfield Village in 1829, he wanted to convey the inspiration of the American genius to the students. With Henry Ford, it was always students first. He could be seen with them in the classrooms and on field. He wanted to inspire them through America's traditions of ingenuity, resourcefulness, and innovation. We continue that here today. We're approaching 3 Pullman cars on the left. They're part of the senior class classrooms. Chapel, very popular for weddings. The name comes from Henry Ford's mother-in-law, Martha, and mother Sarah, one of the original buildings. The Green Building is a taste for history, cafeteria-style restaurant. Connected to it a little farther down the line. In Clinton, Michigan, about 50 miles away. There's you can experience a sit-down with other people serving in the area. We're making a slight right turn up ahead here, heading on to Railroad Junction, stopping at Still Street Depot platform. And we'll be there for 4 minutes or so. If you choose to get off here, it's a short walk away. 1913 first to the end of the day. Please remain seated. When we do the park to the front gate, it'll be our last is not an exit on the left. And please take a quick look back before you leave. Make sure you take everything with you.
Watch out.
What's that?
I'm not going to promise anything. Walk on down.
I'm asking if you want to fly.
Got it?
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Greenfield Village Railroad for the safety of our younger riders. We ask that the adults with them place themselves on the outside of the road. If it's not practical, make sure that they are held at least within your reach. We also ask that you do not stand up and move around whatsoever while the train's in motion, keeping your head, hands, and feet inside the cars at all times. Eating, drinking, and smoking are not permitted, but water from an enclosed water bottle is just fine. Stay hydrated. We're moving on to the Firestone Station, which is the entrance to the Greenfield Village. Enjoy the train ride. Thank you. We'll wave goodbye to Amy, our station master, as we pull away. Thanks, Amy, for getting everybody on board safely and getting us out on time. We are now in Railroad Junction near the Split Street Depot. It was built in 1858 by the Grand Trunk Railway, and it comes just from a small town that was located 10 miles away from Fort Huron, Michigan. Henry Ford brought this depot here in 1928 when he learned that there was a young Thomas Edison connection. Learning about the station master is another thing that you can do when you go inside. Across the street is our Edison Illuminating Power Plant, where young Henry Ford had his first professional job as a steam engineer. And then we have our Detroit Central Market, built in 1860, and many of our events beginning in June are going to be celebrated there. The Detroit Toledo Milwaukee Roundhouse is on our left, built in the year 2000, but it was made to look like one from Marshall, Michigan in the year 1884. In front of it is the Pierre Marquette turntable that's manually operated, built in 1901. That's how we get our locomotives and other rolling stock in and out of the roundhouse. Roundhouses like this are few, less than 10 in the country with the advent of the diesel electric. We have one because we have 3 steam locomotives which need regular maintenance. Liberty Craft Works, our next district, where you can see glass blowing, pottery making, and a printing shop with our artisans working using skills and tools that they did back in the 1890s. Now we come into our working farms area. You can enjoy the sight, sounds, and smells of a real working farm. Over in the barn, animal husbandry is being practiced with care for the sheep, cattle, and for the chickens. Our staff, just in period clothing like that of 1880, will carry out all the chores that you do on a real farm. Looking over both sides of the train, on, you'll see that the fields have been cleared. It's planting season. The farmhouse you see on your right is the birthplace of Harvey Firestone from Columbiana, Ohio. He's the person who supplied Henry Ford with tires for the Model T cars. We are now coming into the Firestone station. Please remain seated. The engineer will set a brake and give us the sound of a single whistle that lets us know it's safe to come off the train. Should you be getting off the train and heading home, we wish you safe travels and we thank you so much for visiting with us today. If you are continuing on, I just want to let you know that this will be our last train for the day. Thanks everybody for coming out here and celebrating this beautiful day with us today. Wait for that whistle.
Oh, there's one more to go.